Orlando Bloom, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thanks, man.
And I came fresh from, well, I watched the movie last night and I was going, this is something else I wasn't expecting on a day in a week. Because from the get-go in this film, The Cut, you're a proper dub. Like,
Yeah.
double.
Right.
Tell us a bit about that transformation. I mean, it's full on.
Well, you know what? Actually, my dialect coach is Jerry Grinnell, and he has a son, Louis, who and he's from Dublin.
Yeah.
And actually, Louis was almost turned pro as a boxer. And when I was talking about what we were going to do with the character and the accent and the dialect and stuff,
Yeah.
Louis was around, and I said to Jerry, I was like, "What about if Louis comes and helps out?" So Louis literally moved into my house, and he was sparring with me. We were like, and just basically in the dialect the whole time. So I was like talking like that all the time. And it's going to sound terrible now.
Go on. No.
But like,
You're on the zone.
I loved the way it sounded.
Yeah.
I loved doing it. And it was like Flashwa. When we got off the plane and you see the guy coming down the track, and he's like, "That's Flashwa."
Yeah.
Because that's a real Dublin thing. That's Flashwa. So he had all these little. So we added little nuanced moments for the dialect, which I think make. I mean, did you think the accent was right?
It was
I haven't had any criticism.
No, but
hopefully
like,
I won't.
when I said I was going to come and see you today, I was like, Orlando bleeding Bloom.
There you go.
Because it works. Bloom.
Yeah.
You know, it's not Bloom. It's
Yeah,
Bloom.
there you go.
And you get that, and there's...
You know, my grandfather was from Ireland.
Was he?
So, yeah, I'm getting my Irish passport.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Tell us about your granddad.
Well, he was from Northern Ireland, but
Yeah.
he was a doctor. So, but he moved to India of all places.
Okay.
Surgeon in India, but he grew up in Northern Ireland. So I'm actually getting my Irish passport.
And it's that there's a lot of people from the UK who, you know, after certain political moves, suddenly found themselves looking for a granny down the back of the couch.
Yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
So what use is an Irish passport to you, do you think?
I think it'll just be in the EU and stuff. It makes it easier if you're working and stuff, doesn't it?
Shorter queues.
Part of it was actually just for work. Like when I was working in Prague for a while, you know, when that all happened, it was like, a whole bunch of new paperwork had to. I mean, obviously everything works over time, but anyway.
So
and also, I love the fact that I've got Irish heritage. That's all it is.
That's important.
That's all it is.
No, but well done.
It's not anti-England because I'm a big English fan.
Of course, yeah, no, but well done. I mean, you had to go full immersion for that.
Yeah.
I was talking to James Norton recently. He's in the House of Guinness. He also had to put on quite a strong Dublin accent for this, and it's not an easy one to do necessarily. So you did a cracking job on it. In fairness to you.
Thanks, man.
And I have to say, I'm sure, and I don't know if this drives you mad or if it's been said to you before. You mightn't have been yet, but Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Even physically.
Yeah.
You looked
I
quite
definitely lent a little bit into that kind of swag a bit and that kind of attitude because Conor, you know, I love UFC and obviously Conor had that incredible run for a long time, but and he's a wild man, isn't he? But the movie was just an opportunity to just take the brakes off, you know, burn the barn down, swing for the fences, however you want to call it. I was just like, look, this is something totally new for me, totally different. We worked with this amazing makeup designer, Mark Coulier.
Yeah.
And Sean Ellis, our director, who came on, it was great to get him. He's an amazing DOP. He called Mark and he goes, "We want to break Orlando Bloom's face," and he was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah,
so we did all these prosthetics for the nose to look. You know, we landed on something that I think works really well. It's not too much. You know, the cauliflower ears and some scars around my eyes that made it look like I just had heavy lids and some teeth stuff. And just because a part of it was like, I didn't look like a washed up boxer. So really made a full physical transformation. And I mean, obviously dropping that weight was insane, and part of it, like that really led to the performance. It helped with the performance. I mean, it was an insane thing. I'm about 185 in pounds, and dropped to about 152ish, something around there, and which is a lot of weight over a short period of time. I worked with this nutritionist and basically, because I wouldn't recommend it at home, because it was like a lot of blood work and just tiered me down from like 3 meals a day to 2 to 1. And then, you know, I mean, the last thing it's funny when things get taken away from you, go, please don't take a protein powder. I've got this amazing form nutrition protein powder that is so good. And I was like, not the protein powder. But finally I'm like just basically on tuna and cucumber for like 3 or 4 weeks straight to kind of keep the protein intake or drop the weight. And the cucumbers and then training like an hour on the treadmill in the morning and boxing and weights, and then finishing with like a walk in the end of the day. And it's just, it was brutal. It's hangry. I was not fun to be around. Yeah. I was a hangry young man.
Yeah. The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The sequel.
Could have called it that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it looks grueling. I mean, even from the moment the film starts, Orlando, it's like a whap.
Yeah.
And it's that crunch
Yeah.
of flesh. Whoever does sound effect, I mean, it all looked brutal is a great word for it, and physical.
Yeah, it was. Actually, so we shot the film in reverse because I had to come to set at my lightest weight. So we shot it in reverse chronological order. So when you get to the end of the movie, that was actually my first day on set. And I was literally just lying on the floor between takes because I was so dehydrated. Crikey. I'd had no water for 2 days. And I was just like holding it together, trying to get some like press ups in before I stood up and did stuff. So I looked like I had some blood in my muscles, and then we shot backwards from there, really. And that was so what we see at the beginning, I'm like just gorging food towards to sort of make that weight loss look different at the beginning of the movie. And then that first sequence was actually shot later, and it's the boxer like 10 years earlier, when he's in his prime and his heyday.
Helping the kids in the gym.
Well, that bit is later, but it's the fight bit that you're
excuse me. That fight scene at
the beginning is Boxer 10 years earlier, and it's the moment that we kind of depict as the moment that was a sort of breaking point for him. He talks about John Turturro, who's amazing, came in and just like delivered this amazing performance. I mean, that was a bit like a drill sergeant of a part, and he came in and just brought something magical. But in the film, he says, he sort of psychologically gets in my head. It's really like a psychological thriller and drama in its way. Yeah. And he sort of seduces me away from this Katrina Balfe, who's amazing, plays my training partner and life partner. And he says, it's opened up like a Christmas present, and what happened, your mind went out the game. And that's the moment that we see at the beginning of the movie that leads to this desperation to have another shot at the title. I mean, it's that. I think that's so relatable to,
in life.
So many people, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you see all these amazing people who are swimming the Thames or swimming the Channel or running the country, or
give me another go.
Give me a shot. Yeah, and it's like, when you reach a certain point in life, what will you do? What stakes will you what moves will you make, and what to have a second shot? And in a way, that's the premise of the film. And it's unusual because, I think boxing movies, I love the boxing movie genre. I mean, Raging Bull.
It's such a beautiful, it's an opera, isn't it?
It is, it really is. And yet it's difficult to sort of find a fresh take. And I feel like we sort of landed on an interesting thing with the cut. So the fight is not, the movie's not about the fight. It's the fight is this interior battle that this man is doing to drop this weight and to get to this place, and the confidence or the feelings of self-worth, and what can he do, and is he going to make it? And that to me was a really, really unique take on
who pitched the idea to you? Who's
Mark Lane? Was producer. We worked together on a movie called Retaliation. It's a very dark British movie. It was originally called Romans, but he said after we did that, he said to me, I've got this idea, and so we threw the idea back and forth for a while, and I was excited and thought, this is a chance for me to really do a physical thing. Yeah, I'm very physical as a person, both as an actor and just in life, and I thought I'd really enjoy the process. And I'm also quite comfortable in a hurt locker. It turns out I'm like I can take a little bit of pain.
You can take the pain.
So I was sort of like, that was the pain of actually living the life of this boxer for those months was really, really challenging.
Were you put off at it in the pitch about the Irish element to it? Would you say, look, why don't you stick him in the East End and let him fight from there? Closer to home?
No,
we actually say, I love this. This is even better.
Actually, we came up with Irish. Sean and I discussed what we felt for the character, because originally it didn't need to be Ireland. But I felt, and he felt, and we felt that the transition from Ireland to Vegas just felt a bit more of a reach, a bit more of a step, and also relatable in so many ways. I mean, there's been so many fantastic Irish boxers.
For sure. Barry McGuigan comes to mind. Yeah,
of course. I watched a lot of stuff that he
did. You?
Yeah, for sure, of course.
Claire Dunn, I don't think
is amazing in the movie, and is an amazing. She's
one of my favorite actors.
So talented. Claire is just so good. Yeah, I mean,
she plays you's mother.
Yeah, and I think we use aspects of a flashback to see where, you know, I mean, fighters are a unique breed, right? Yeah. And I think it was you know, David Bowie said, "Your mom and dad."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so you sort of see where the need for like where it comes from, where it stems.
Isn't it funny? I mean, what age are you now? Do you mind me asking you?
I'm a baby.
Okay, well, I'm not.
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, well, I'm 52. But the point I'm making is that as you get on,
you're younger than that.
I'm working.
For you.
I'm working it out. Okay, so my point is, you get to the point where you realize, okay, how much can we blame?
Yeah.
The parent? Then you're the parent. Yeah. Okay, that's on us. But it's true. You find yourself reflecting, don't you?
Yeah, and that was a great tool, and Claire was amazing.
Claire's great at it.
Amazing at this, playing my mum, and she, you know, and that sort of it gives you a little bit of an indication as to the psyche of a man.
Yeah.
Of the character, and the lengths and breadths they'll go to for that second shot at a title.
Two unrelated questions, if I may, because I'm wrapping up. Yeah, and one is, I watched Extras again last night. Yeah. After the cut, I just needed something to
lighten the mood.
Just a little palate cleanser. After.
Yeah. Got it.
And I have to say, your comedy chops are, you know.
Yeah.
They are.
It was fun.
It was. I bet
it was fun. We had a cool little movie come out called Deep Cover recently. That's on Amazon. It's great.
You enjoy that.
I really had a good time. You know what's funny is, I haven't done a lot of comedy, and this Deep Cover was great. It found an amazing audience and people loved it. But it was so great to sit in a theatre and just have people laugh at you. Yeah. It's like a totally different thing when you're sitting there and people are just laughing at you. It's like, oh wow, it's an amazing feeling. I'd love to do more comedy.
And the inevitable Pirates of the Caribbean question being
I have no idea.
That's good enough.
No idea.
That's a case of that.
It's really funny. Somebody asked me. I was like, I mean, wouldn't it be great if they all came back together? But I have no idea.
Would you like it to happen?
I mean, look, like I said, I think, you know, if it's like, how would you do it in a fresh take? And maybe if you got everybody back together. I mean, Marvel keeps doing that, right? They keep bringing everybody back together, and it always opens the doors for cinemas. And I think we all love movies, right? And I think there's a lot of nostalgia at the moment. People are like really hankering after like a nostalgic film feeling, because of, you know, this new world we're living in. And I think so, you know, I mean, you never say never.
And their kids are, you know, starting to come through the ranks now and getting older and going, oh, I'd love to, as you say, it's all wrapped up in nostalgia.
That's right.
How they enjoy it. But of course, like if you did Pirates of the Irish West Coast,
the
Pirates of Connemara,
there you go.
You've already got the accent.
There you go. There you go.
You're ready.
I'm sure there's a great story there too, by the way.
There's loads.
I bet.
And it's a pirate queen.
There you
go on your whale.
Wow. There you go. There you go.
In the right direction.
There you go.
It's been good to see you.
You too.
Congratulations on the cut, and well done on the acting and everything in between. Yeah, really nice.
Orlando
with him. Thank you.
Cheers.